Here is a quick guide on how to unlock and complete every Pailune Militia faction quest. Completing this quest is required to unlock future faction quests around Pailune. The Pailune Militia quests are unlocked after you have completed chapter 7 of the main quest. Also, most of these quests happen in an area with cold weather. In order to protect from cold, you need to have at least 5 ice resistance. I recommend the Reindeer Cloak, which you can obtain in chapter 4, link in description for how. Now, the first quest in the Pailune Militia will be Shapers of the Future, unlocked immediately after completing chapter 7 and speaking to Thorstein in Pailune. He'll give you Gian's journal, which you'll have to read in order to complete this quest. The next quest is Shadow of the Beasts, which you can obtain right here in northern Calfade, northwest of Hernand. Here you'll have to approach these soldiers to speak to them, who will then task you with liberating a fort and killing a boss there. Heading to the location indicated on the map by the quest, you'll find a small fort with a fast travel point. You can climb the walls to face the boss immediately. The boss is White Bearclaw, and his attacks are not very difficult to predict. Most of his attacks can be blocked with a few exceptions. He has an attack where he lifts his spear in the air and unleashes a cone of ice from the ground. This attack cannot be blocked, so the safest option is to keep your distance when you see it. Another option is to use Blinding Flash as he lifts the spear, because this will stunt and interrupt his attack. He has another move, which is the signature Black Bear attack. This move is best dodged as it cannot be parried. The best way to deal with this boss is by using Blinding Flash to stun him, and then Blinding Flash finisher to deal a lot of damage very quickly. I'm still using the starting sword and I've only refined it 2 or 3 levels, so my damage is quite low for this boss. If you refine your gear before this fight, you'll have no trouble with this boss. Once he's defeated, you'll have to liberate the fort by killing the remaining enemies. Keep in mind that you can mount bears if you leveled up your grappling to level 4. And then, once on their backs, you can left click to stab them and do a lot of damage. The next quest is Lord of the Fallen Castle. All this quest asks you to do is head to the marked location and liberate the fort here. The only challenge this quest will pose is dealing with the few bears that spawn around here. The next quest is Persistent Dark Shadow. This is a very straightforward quest. You've got to head to another fort where you'll have to defeat a mini-boss. Don't stop on the way. Even though there's other locations near the fort with enemies, you don't have to liberate them in order to complete this quest. Once you reach the fort, look for a Black Bear captain. He doesn't have any special attacks worth mentioning. His attacks are very straightforward and he just feels like a very buff grunt. Once you defeat the captain and liberate the area, you'll have to head to the marked location in the fort and speak to this refugee. He will thank you and this quest will be complete. The next quest is called the Unending Threat of Black Bears, which, like the previous quest, you'll have to head straight to another occupied fort and liberate it and defeat a boss. The boss here, however, will be an actual boss with a big health bar and a boss cutscene. This fight can be very easy if you do it this way. First, you'll have to keep a medium distance between you and the boss, not too far but not close enough that you cannot dodge. Then you'll have to wait for him to use an attack. Most of the time he will use this attack where he slashes twice and then smashes the axe into the ground. If you're not careful, this attack can one-shot you. The goal here is to dodge out of the way, and then when he smashes the axe into the ground, use Blinding Flash to blind him and then Blinding Flash finisher to come in for a lot of damage. Repeat this and you'll be able to easily defeat the boss. Once he is dead, all you've got left to do is liberate the fortress by killing every other enemy around. When the fort is liberated, a new marker appears just behind your character, leading to another refugee that you must speak to. The next quest will be called Closed Fence. This is the last quest where you need to liberate an area. This quest will take you north of Demenis. Here you'll only find regular enemies and no boss. Once the area is liberated, you'll need to speak to one more refugee. Now the next quest for the Pailune Militia is called Hunting Red. This quest is unlocked only after completing all the previous quests. You'll have to go to the city of Pailune, and heading to the quest marker on this wall will be a bounty poster for a monster. Reading the poster updates the quest marker location. Heading to it, you'll find the boss you have to beat. The easiest way to beat this boss is to quickly sprint under it, enter focus mode, and then use focused repulsion. This skill is unlocked once you upgrade the focus skill to level 2. Using focus repulsion near the boss will cause it to fall to the ground, unable to move, dish out some damage, and then as it begins to rise again, you'll need to enter focus mode again, and then use Nature's Snare immediately to catch the projectiles it's about to shoot out. His projectile ability can one-shot you if you're caught off guard. Now you can redirect his attack to him using Nature Retribution, or you can cancel Nature's Snare if you haven't unlocked Nature Retribution yet. Then run under him again and use Focus Repulsion one more time. Once the boss is defeated, you'll receive an item called Bloodstained Blessing, a consumable item which essentially works like a Palmar pill, letting you revive once. The last step of this quest is to head back to the city of Pailune and turn the quest in. The next quest is called Queen of the Skies, which will require you to head to a mountain marked by the quest and defeat a flying boss. This boss can only be damaged by arrows, so make sure to bring a lot of arrows with you. You should also get the focus shot ability in order to shoot many arrows at once and make aiming much easier. Make sure to ignore every enemy on the way here, as only the boss is needed to be defeated for this quest to be completed. Karanda, the flying boss of this mountain, will mostly just fly around in a circle and occasionally dash towards you, which can easily be avoided by rolling out of the way. It may also occasionally shoot projectiles at you, which you can block with Nature's Snare, and even reflect back to the boss. The only way you can reliably damage this boss is by using your bow, and the focus shot ability to shoot it multiple times quickly. Doing it enough will eventually cause the boss to die. Once the boss is dead, you'll receive the item Eye of the Sky. Using this item will reveal the location of all towns and other places which are affiliated to a clan of Pailune. This will come very in handy because this is the last quest in the Pailune Militia faction needed to be completed before you can unlock the faction quest belonging to other clans around Pailune. In this case, the next quest unlocked will be Soul Shepherd for the Skoghorn tribe faction. I'll leave a link in the description of this video on how to do that quest. Thanks for watching, and if this video helped you, leave a like or subscribe for more.